Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 1028 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today I'm going to show you how to get some immediate money in from your list using flash sale terminology. I'm going to give you like 19 different things you can say to bring in money in a hurry. Hope you didn't miss episode 1027. That was password profiteering. This is the upcoming future of passwords where you may have to pay and give up a lot of personal information to have your passwords. It's a little bit scary, and I don't have an answer on that episode, but it's something that's coming. All right, pick up a copy of our automation ebook at screwthecommute.com/automate-free. And check out my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. And when you are in it, you get a $19,000 scholarship to my distance learning school. It's certified to operate by SHEV, the State Council on Higher Education in Virginia. But since it's distance learning, you don't have to be in Virginia. And it's quality distance learning. You can check it out at imtcva.org. Okay, flash sales. If you want a burst of cash with little or no planning, now you can plan, especially if you have some physical product that you have to ship. You got to make sure you have enough on hand to do it. But you don't have to plan, especially if it's digital stuff. You can just decide, hey, I need some money today. Nothing's going on. Boom, put out a flash sale. And it's based on a couple things. One is the old FOMO, fear of missing out. So they have an urgency. That's a big thing in sales copy is, hey, you only have so much time, or there's only so many of these available, and boom, you got to move now. That creates urgency and kind of shoots for impulse purchases from people, or people that have been watching a product of yours for a while but haven't pulled the trigger, and you get them to pull the trigger. See, because people love sales. They just go crazy over sales. That's what flash sales are all about. All right, so I'm going to give you 19 terms that are commonly used in flash sales, so you have plenty to pick from. It's not by any means totally comprehensive. There's probably 100 different terms or more that people use on flash sales, but I'm going to go through them now, and then you can replay this. And of course, they'll be in the show notes if you want to print them out. Okay, here's some sales. Flash sale, that's the one of the most common ones. Sometimes it's called a lightning sale or a lightning deal. Another thing is limited quantity, today only. Now this next one, I got to tell you, I have a story here. Liquidation, using the term liquidation. Well, the term liquidation kind of sends the message that, oh, it's the end. There's never going to be any more, and it's going to be a deep discount. And so I did a liquidation sale when we were changing from cassette tapes to CDs. And a lot of people that were around remember this. I had to emergency order 4,000 cassette tapes to liquidate the ones I had left. We had tapes lined up. The main building here is 7,500 square feet. And then we got to 4,000 square feet next door. But we had tapes lined up clear from one end of the building, clear to the other end. So we could pick and choose what to send people. So liquidation can be a really powerful one, only if it's real. And I have been known to do tongue-in-cheek ones, like when I did a ebook, liquidation sale. But I still sold $4,000 worth that day because it was funny and it was a good value. Okay, so let's see. A hype sale. That's another term people use. 1-day sale, 24-hour deal, or 24-hour sale. The term last chance. I use that a lot, especially when I'm promoting a summit, and it's the last chance to see my free master class that's worth $500, that kind of thing. Final hours is one that moves people. Only X amount left, like you fill in the X. And again, that could be a funny one if it was an ebook or an online course. But if it's a physical product, then when they're gone is another term. When it's gone, it's gone. Limited edition. That's something I used to get my mother all the time with this crazy Franklin Mint. You know, they'd put out some bizarre coin that, you know, I don't know, was Bugs Bunny or something. And she'd buy it and put it in a case. Oh, that's limited edition. Let's see. Mystery flash sale is one. Stock clearance sale. That's another one. I know there's one going on the radio where people were selling these emergency food kits, and they said, "Oh well, we told the buyer to buy a bunch, but because of the slowdowns in delivery, they all showed up at once, and our factory's overloaded. We got to do a 2-for-1 sale." That's another one, 2-for-1 or 3-for-1, something like that. Is another term. That's a bonus term. Don't miss out. 50% off today or today only. Crazy deal. I think I said seasonal flash sale. So like I said, there's way more than that. I gave you actually 20 there instead of 19. But this can bring you a burst of cash in for either digital or physical products or coaching or whatever. You know, I might once a year do a big sale on my mentor program, which I never discount because it's an enormous amount of work. But this thing moves people to action because the fear of missing out and the urgency, which is a big copywriting thing, get moving people to action. So make some sales out there and get some money rolling in so you can buy my mentor program in my school. How about that? All right. Okay, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Check out greatinternetmarketingtraining.com and imtcva.org. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it as always. Catch you later.